Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wildlife Sydney Zoo in Darling Harbour. My name is Keeper Ash, and I am one of the very lucky keepers who gets to look after some of our amazing animals here at Wildlife Sydney. So today we have story time for you, and today's animal is something a little bit bigger than what we've done before. So he likes to snap his mouth, he has a really long tail, and he also lives in water. Can you guys have a think of what animal he could be? It's Rocky, our big saltwater crocodile. Now today we're going to be reading a story based on Rocky's training, and it's called How to Train Your Crocodile, written and illustrated by Kirsty Esson. Now you guys can see Rocky was over there on that land. He gets very, very, very excited for these training sessions, and he's already ready and waiting. Start the story. Now if you guys have any questions as well, feel free to type them out in the comments section, and we'll be answering them straight after this little story, and then we'll also be feeding Rocky some of his favorite treats as well, so do stay tuned. So How to Train Your Crocodile, written and illustrated by Kirsty Esson. And a cheeky little lorikeet as well. He's saying hello. This is Rocky. Rocky is a huge crocodile. He weighs over 360 kilograms. It's really big. Rocky used to live in Rockhampton, but he liked to chase the local windsurfers. Oh, that's not very good, is it? It was a little too scary. So in January 2017, Rocky moved into Wildlife Sydney Zoo, and he calls his beautiful enclosure home. Rocky lives in his very own waterhole at the zoo called Kakadu Gorge. But over time, it started to get really dirty because Rocky wouldn't let any keepers in to clean it. Very naughty Rocky. The keepers at the zoo talked about training Rocky to let them in so they could safely clean his home. Many thought it couldn't be done. Crocodiles can't be trained. Or can they? Do you think crocodiles can be trained? But Keeper Emma decided she would try to train Rocky. She needed him to sit on the land whilst divers cleaned his home. First, Emma decided to play a game with Rocky. She would play catch. Catch sounds pretty fun. Emma would get his favourite food, barramundi, and tie it to a string. So you can see the barramundi. Little fish up there. Then she would throw it right to where he was in the water. A very tasty treat. Rocky loves this game. It was his favourite. Every day she would test him by throwing the food closer and closer to the land. Finally, one day, Emma was able to get Rocky to come onto the land and catch his fish. And when she did, she rang a bright pink bell. Ring, 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 ring. You can see the bell here. Mr. Rocky up on land eating his favourite food. As they continued to play their game, Emma would start to ring the bell before Rocky would catch the food. She would ring it when he was still in the water. It was a very pretty bell for such a scary crocodile. But Rocky loved that bell because the bell meant food. And soon, Rocky would come straight onto land as he heard the ring of his pink bell. They trained every morning. Emma would stay with Rocky on the land. She was behind a fence, of course. But the other keepers would raise the gates so they can get into the water safely. Emma would chat away to Rocky, reminding him what a good boy he was. Who's a good boy? Rocky knew he's a very good boy. It is what he'd been trying to tell them all along. Rocky's a very, very good boy. Very smart. Rocky loved his training so much that every morning Rocky would go onto the land and wait for Emma. It took 4 months to train Rocky, but finally it was safe for the zoo's divers to swim in his waterhole and clean it for him. You can see our little scuba divers are in that water. Now Rocky has a nice and clean waterhole again, and Emma is teaching the other keepers how to work with Rocky. He is still a good boy, but sometimes he likes to sneak up on the other keepers just to see what he can get away with. It's very, very sneaky. The end. See Mr. Rocky here, eating his favourite foods. And we also have one of our gorgeous little lorikeets down here, our red-collared lorikeets. Now guys, we have a bit of a special treat for you guys today. You guys are going to get to see how we train our crocodile. And Keeper Caroline is going to feed Rocky his favourite foods. So Rocky is all the way over there on his land already. He is very, very excited for his training, and sometimes he already waits for us when he knows he's going to get fed. So you can see Keeper Caroline, she's waving to everybody. Hello everybody! Ready? Ready? Ooh, he missed. Oh, good boy, Rocky. What a good boy he is. So sometimes he takes a little while to swallow his food. He loves the way it is in his mouth. So once Rocky has been rewarded when we train him, what we'll do is we will raise those gates. So those little lumps on that land, we raise those all the way up, and that is how we stop Rocky from getting back into the water so we can safely enter the exhibit. Now, do we have any questions that have come up?
We do have a few questions. Eloise asks, what does the crocodile eat?
Oh, it's a great question, Eloise. So Rocky's very favourite food is barramundi fish, but he also likes little bits of kangaroo and on the odd occasion, a chicken.
We have, how big can crocodiles get from Georgie, age 8?
Crocodiles, the biggest on record, has actually been over 1,000 kilos. That's really, really big. So these guys can get up to around 6 meters in length as well. Rocky weighs just over 360 kilos and he's about 4.2 meters in length, but he's still really, really big.
Wow. Now we have another question. Is Rocky a vegetarian?
Oh, Rocky is definitely not a vegetarian. He does love his meat. He's actually a carnivore.
Righty, is that all the questions that we have for Ash today? Oh, Luca9 wants to know how fast he can swim. It's a bit of a tough question.
Oh, that's a very good question. So in the water, crocodiles can swim about 18 kilometers per hour. So it's very, very fast. On land, they're a little bit slower because they weigh so much and gravity does take place. But in that water, they're very fast and very stealthy.
Okay, and how old is Rocky?
Rocky is about 35 years of age. Now I only say about because he was once a wild crocodile. So we think based on his size and based on his weight that he's around that age. Crocodiles can actually get well over 80 and in some cases over 100.
Wow, that's old.
Wow. Alrighty guys, so you guys can see Rocky over there. I think he's going to get fed his another favourite piece of fish. Yay. First go this time. Good job, Rocky. Rocky is a very good boy. Okay, guys, we just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in today for Storytime with Rocky. Now, don't forget to check out our socials as well to see what live streams and other amazing content that we do have up. So definitely have a look at our Facebook page. Now, we also have our Merlin's Education Toolbox as well for any resources if you're currently learning from home at the moment. So some amazing things to help you guys with your studies. But have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, guys, and thank you so much for watching us. Bye.